Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Breath of Adventure. Are you interested in getting into motorcycle adventure riding? Not sure where to start, not sure what bike to get, what is the process? Well, I've got 5 tips for you beginners to help you get started, getting the right bike, working through the budget, and setting yourself up for success so that you've got the right bike to go along with your journey of riding. So make sure you stay to the end to find out these 5 tips. We'll see you in the woods. Going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Breath of Adventure. Are you interested in getting into adventure motorcycle riding? Well, these 5 tips are going to help you get started, and let me know your experience with getting into adventure riding, what worked for you and what didn't. So starting with tip number 1, decide what kind of riding style you're going to do. Are you going to ride trails like this? Are you looking for gravel roads, forest access roads? Or maybe you're just going to ride pavement with all of your gear and camp at provincial parks, whatever it is, right? You need to know what kind of riding you want to achieve to know what style of bike, what cc, and know what bike to buy for you. The worst thing to do is you want to get into something new and you buy the wrong piece of equipment and you're limited, or you hurt yourself, or you break the bike. So tip number 1 is decide on your riding style and then start searching for a suitable bike for you. Tip number 2, when it comes to purchasing the bike, don't buy a bike that's too big or over your head. You don't need an 890 or a 1200 ADV bike to get started. They're big, they're heavy, they're hard to pick up. They're just not ideal for stepping into adventure riding. Anything between a 250cc to the 650cc is a great starting point. It really depends on your height, your weight, your strength, your skill level, and then again, what type of riding you want to get into. So, you know, like the WR250 is a great bike. The Yamaha XT250 is an awesome dual sport. You can get into the CRF 250 or 300, which also have the rally editions. You can get into the legendary DRZ 400, or like what I'm riding, a DR 650, and also the Kawasaki KLR 650. All reputable, well-known, lots of parts available dual sport bikes. So you want something that's not going to be over your head, not too heavy to have fun on, easy to pick up, and you want to be able to stand flat-footed. You want to be able to get both feet on the ground while sitting on the bike. That way you can navigate tricky terrain, you can get used to the bike, you can turn it around. It'll just be a lot more pleasant experience if you're able to get your feet on the ground. You'll feel way more secure and comfortable on the bike. So tip number 3, let's get up this hill here first before we get into that. Whoop. So tip number 3, buy yourself a used bike. Don't go out and finance something for a whole bunch of money that's brand new with no scratches and nice paint. Buy something secondhand that's been well serviced and well maintained by somebody that loved the bike. You're gonna drop it, you're gonna scratch it, you're gonna break parts, you're gonna bend stuff. So take away that fear of investing a whole bunch of money into a brand new bike, and that's because that's going to limit your potential while learning how to adventure ride. You're going to be afraid to drop it. You don't want to break anything. It's super expensive. It might be financed, you know? So look for a used bike such as this. This had higher mileage. It had some scratches. It wasn't in primo condition, but it's everything that I needed and that I wanted. Okay, tip number 4. When buying a used bike, try to find one that's already got some of the modifications done to it. Skid plates, bark busters, engine guards, luggage racks. All of these things we need for adventure riding, and to find a bike that's already equipped with them is such a bonus, because we don't need to budget that in. We don't need to spend the time searching for the parts. We're basically buying the bike that's ready to go for adventure. So tip number 4, try to find a bike that's been loved and taken care of, that already has some aftermarket mods on it. Tip number 5 comes down to budget once again. When you want to step into adventure riding, as we've been saying, there is a lot of accessories we need. We need the bike. We need all of our gear: helmet, pants, jacket, protective equipment, gloves, goggles, boots. We need all of these things to make sure that we're safe while we're out on adventure. So we need to incorporate that into our budget when it comes to starting out. How much am I spending on the bike? How much am I spending on the gear? How much am I spending on the aftermarket parts? And how much am I putting into insurance, right? So I talk a lot about how to ride on a budget so that we've got more money to go into the fuel or maybe the time off to be out on adventure. So number 5 was being leery of your budget. Now, the bonus, buy a bike that excites you. Buy a bike that feels good, that's going to be adaptable for your journey of learning how to adventure ride. Maybe it's starting out on gravel roads, then you're transitioning into forest access roads, snowmobile trails, then maybe you're getting into more of the single track, tighter stuff through the woods. But buy a bike that you love and that's going to grow with you. Again, we need to be careful that the bike's not too big for us, but we also want it to be capable for longer periods of time so that we can keep growing with the bike. Everything that we invest into the bike, we're going to have it for 5 years, you know, and then maybe we're going to upgrade. But buy something that you're excited about riding. Buy something that fits you, feels good, and that when you go out riding for the day, you're just in love with your machine. Because successful riding, whether you're adventure riding, motocross, it really comes down to your connection with your bike, becoming harmonious with both man and machine. And when you can dial that in, you can have so much fun, you can stay safe, and you can make sure to ride to live another day. So I hope these 5 tips with a bonus tip help you out when it comes to deciding what bike and how to get started into adventure riding. So if you like this one, give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment. What was your first adventure bike? What was your experience? Did you love it or were you limited by it? And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.